Well, how did you book the Bitter End? I mean, that is like I said, that's a prestigious place to start off with.
You know, you have to guarantee you'll bring a certain number of people.
Yeah, you know what you do? You come in there on horseback.
Yeah, exactly.
I got those empty feed bag blues.
I'm on the danger, but I'm in a massive rank. Original ranks come to boom it up. Shoot out, when me and them buck up. Go tell the whole of them, me a go mash them up. I don't shoot out, when me and them buck up. Go tell the whole of them, me a go pump them up. Cause when me hold the microphone, they get a cantankerous. Go tell the whole of them, me just get...
Do you know the Dave Darren Show?
Hot enough to boil a monkey's bum.
Most people say,
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Are you a puffed up?
he used to be on terrestrial radio, but he got fired.
It's over. Don't you think it's over?
I'll spit.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Here comes the boss fella now.
Dave Darren.
Welcome to the Dave Darren Show. I'm walking over to meet this gentleman. How's it going?
It's good.
This is my first New York City gig. It's great to see you.
Yeah,
I'm finally in
great to
New
see
York City after Beatrice has hounded me to come here from Hypermedia for like 2 years.
Well, I
back
hope,
in New York City.
I hope it's a good start to the return.
We gotta do the rock and roll thing, man. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So we are talking to, let me shout out the name. You are?
Peter Kleinhans.
Okay, and here's your video. Let me put it up here so everyone can see it. This is the video we're going to be, or the CD we're talking
Right.
about, which we're going to play some tracks in video mode today. But welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank
Are you a New York City resident?
I'm a New York City resident, although I spent many of my years living in the Midwest, but I'm back now, and I've been back for a while.
Cool. Do you tour outside of New York City? Is that one of your...
No. To get right out there with full disclosure, I actually have never played a full gig, and I have a gig here in the city at the Bitter End on April 23rd, but I am someone who started as a at-home musician. I basically never played in a band, never played any instrument other than the piano, and a couple years ago decided I was going to learn guitar, found some people who could put music together, found a producer who would bring in musicians, and decided to make this album. It really was out of nowhere, and
Wow.
I'm thrilled that I finished the thing.
Yeah, very cool. So now, when you write music, what perspective are you writing from? You're going to get married in a year. So did you write a song based upon the marriage and then the ultimate divorce? Did you?
Well, there are songs about both. I don't know about in this particular case, but I do have a song for her about our stormy relationship. I have a song about someone stuck in an unhappy relationship. I have songs about a variety of human situations, because my basic feelings, that's what I want to write about. I want to write about people I know and people I've met and what they're going through. And people are going through a lot right now.
Wow. Now you said in the relationship it was stormy.
Yes, it
So
still
what
is.
made it still is? Is that good, or is that you're still engaged?
This song is celebrating that, right?
Celebrating the storminess.
Exactly. I mean, you can look at the storminess as something bad, or you can look at it as something exciting. And I'm trying to look at it as something exciting. That song, the main line in it is "I can float," and I believe people should work to float instead of just jump off the boat. So that's what I'm celebrating there.
And I could play that song for my wife and I, because we're always at stormy ends.
Sure. And this way you get to see it as like a victory. Oh yeah, we're stormy and we're still floating.
Right. I think my wife will call it a victory when I fly home in the airplane back to Phoenix and the plane crashes. She'll consider that a victory.
Well, there you go. That's it. Then, well, you wouldn't be able to write a song about that. But
That's right.
Right out in advance.
Maybe she'll write a song about it. So let's talk about the music here. It's called Something's Not Right. You're on the great show here because something's always fucked up with the show. It's not right. This is not right, this show. Now, we are going to play 3 songs tonight. We are playing which 3?
3 million years to hell and back and falling apart. 3 million years.
Okay.
It's trying to capture like a lot of human history in one song. It starts out with Lucy, the prehistoric cave woman who's in the Museum of Natural History, and all the amazing things that the human race has done, both good and bad, in its time on Earth here, I guess.
Wow, 3 million years, so were cavemen or dinosaurs? Dinosaurs were pre-3 million years.
Dinosaurs were pre-3 million years, right.
Okay.
So Lucy lived 3 million years ago, they say.
Because it's funny, when I used to live here before, I was walking around Central Park, and some little kid came up and he asked me, how long has this been here? And I said, well, I guess the dinosaurs walked here billions of years ago, but I guess in the current formation has probably been here 300 years, 200 years since the 1776 and all that. So okay, so we're going to play 3 million years on the Dave Darren Show. Here we go.
Lucy got off her hands, she stood on her feet. She went and found a cute caveman, said, come over to me and multiply here with me under the stars. This whole damn planet, boy, it's gonna be ours. 3 million years, 3 million years. Her grandson left the woods, his arms covered in cuts. He said, who needs berries and who needs nuts? We'll take these seeds, we'll throw them down in a row. We'll sit back and we'll watch them grow. There's never been another moment like this. There's never been another moment like this. So swing low and come on in for the kiss. 'Cause there's never ever been another moment, a moment like this. Made it through an ice age and we made it through drought. We built civilizations and we wiped them out. We died in plagues and we died at war. But one thing we always knew we wanted was more, more, more. One fine day we stuck a straw in the ground, pumped out the stored sunshine, went and drove all around. We're gonna use it all up in under 200 years. And now we're listening to dying wheels and to frozen gears. There's never been another moment like this. There's never been another moment like this. So swing low and come on in for the kiss. 'Cause there's never ever been another moment, a moment like this. 3 million years, 3 million years. Come take my hand for a while. Play this right, we might both end with a smile. 8 billion people just like us. 8 billion people on a ball of dust. There's never been another moment like this. There's never been another moment like this. So put down your phone and come up for a kiss. 'Cause there'll never ever be another moment, a moment like this. 3 million years, 3 million years, 3 million years, 3 million years. Lucy's children caught in space, infinitely growing in a finite place. See it written right across a darkening sky. Adapt or die. Adapt or die. There's never been another moment like this. There's never been another moment like this. So swing low and come on in for the kiss. 'Cause there'll never ever be another moment, a moment like this.
Did you take the law, the bar? Are you a...
Yes. Yeah.
You did. So
I actually am a licensed attorney, but I've never practiced.
So now you're useful for me, and I'll tell you
yeah,
why.
I hope.
I bring a band in here, and they get pissed off at my interview, right? So you're a lawyer. And you also are involved with horses, so you can line them up in back of the horse,
of course.
read them their rights, their Miranda rights, and then you can have the horse kick them in the balls.
Sounds good to me.
Excellent.
I finally have a purpose in life.
That's tremendous. So tell me about the second piece of music we're going to play. We are playing second, which will be...
The second one we're going to do is To Hell and Back. That's
Okay.
the one about my relationship with my fiancée.
Uh-huh.
I wrote it a couple years ago. We'll have... in 1 week, we probably have 4 trips to hell and back. 4 trips where you just feel like, wow, this is the person I love, but I just like hate him right now.
Oh
And then
God.
by a certain period of time, you're like, wow, this was like the coolest person ever again. And it's just amazing to me how that happens. It's amazing to me how love works. So I tried to write a song that captured that part of it because there's goods and bads, but hopefully the goods outweigh the bads.
But you have to have a partner who's entrenched in that same rollover of emotions.
Yes, and that we definitely are. And
Yeah,
how long
did it take you to find that person?
My whole life.
Yeah.
For 47 years. So.
Because you kept having fights with these women, and then they just weren't on the same frequency.
Right. Here you end up the fight,
and went to hell and never came back.
Right. Exactly. Here you feel like you've actually made progress. You're better off than you were before the fight. So it's interesting.
That is interesting. Do you know anyone else like that?
I don't know. I'm sure there have been things like that, but who knows how long they've lasted. We've managed to continue on here for 5 years, and we're figuring things out about each other. And I think that's exciting.
Cut me with your words, heal me with your song. Whip a perfect night from a day gone wrong. Spread your sunshine, then unleash your squall. If I don't fall, I'll be back to love you before too long. Come take a ride with me on this train to hell and back. Lock your lips with mine as we jump the track. You're my passion, my poison, you're my blessing, you're my curse. But your better's so much better than your worse is worse. You take me places that I thought I'd never venture out to. And my vacation wants to be a place I've never been, where I can hitch a ride with you to hell and back.
To hell and back.
I wanna take that ride.
To hell and back.
With you by my side. Come on, baby, go ahead and rock our boat. Don't you know that I can float?
To hell and back.
Let's sail into the storm.
To hell and back.
You know I'll keep you warm. Come on, baby, go ahead and rock our boat. I can float. Forgot our plans again, this time they'll be hell to pay. I missed your call, baby, come on, ruin my day. I'll hurt your feelings first, then you'll hurt mine more. And that's the score, I'll wanna run and then I'll beg to stay. Come take a ride with me on this train to hell and back. Lock your lips with mine as we jump the track. You're my passion, my poison, you're my blessing, you're my curse. But your better's so much better than your worse is worse. And you're the only one who's ever understood the way my mind works. And your smile's the last thing I want to see before I close my eyes and face the dark. Someday I promise I'll learn to hear you the way that you need me to. And I'd rather risk too much fire than risk too little spark.
To hell and back,
I wanna take that ride
to hell and back.
with you by my side. Come on, baby, go ahead and rock our boat. Don't you know that I can float?
To hell and back,
Let's sail into the storm.
to hell and back.
You know I'll keep you warm. Come on, baby, go ahead and rock our boat. I can float.
It's interesting here that you wrote this album and you put it out there, but you said you've only been in music for a short time.
Really? I mean, I played piano as a kid, but, you know, just the kind of thing where you'd have to take a piano lesson. I hated it, you know, having to read music. But I've always enjoyed just kind of playing around on the piano, and I decided to start taking guitar lessons in 2012 with my friend Matt Detro, who showed me a lot of just the technical stuff of guitar, but also a little bit of theory. And I started using GarageBand, which is like a really free Apple product. It allows you to do so much, even if you don't know anything. And before I knew it, I was taking a class with this guy Tony Caniff, who gives classes to the Gotham's Writers Workshop. And I was working on this thing. It was a weird progression, but I'm thrilled about it.
Yeah. Do you think your guitar playing is better than your piano playing at this point?
No, my piano playing's still better.
Better.
But I'm most proud of the writing, really. That's what I put most of my energy
Which do you write
into.
on? Do you write on piano?
I do both. That's a good question. Yeah, sometimes songs come to more on a piano, and sometimes you just get locked in by, you know, the fact that with a piano you have this note and there's nothing in between, whereas with a guitar you can be more free.
Well, you can bend the strings.
Exactly,
yeah, like the voice almost. You can bend the voice.
Right.
Right. Okay. So that's cool. Now I know you have another interview coming up on a TV or radio station coming up.
Yeah, it's. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's in Harlem, and I'm looking forward to it. That's on Monday.
It's on Monday. So this show airs on Sunday.
Right. So that'll appear as if I've done back-to-back shows.
So you know what you do? You contact them before and you say, "Watch Dave Darren's interview with me,"
right?
And then we'll put them on edge.
Right.
So they'll worry about the quality of their interview because you already said what a good question that last one was, right?
Right. So now they're really under pressure.
They're under pressure now, right? They're under pressure. This new guy coming in from Phoenix is kicking their asses, right? So tell me about other associations. Are you writing music for other people? Do you think you would ever do that? Could you separate with the intensity of that music for anyone else?
That's a really interesting question.
Another good question.
It's a perfect question because of what I'm doing right now, actually, which is last year my school had, my son's school, had one of these like charity auctions, right? So I auctioned off, I'll write you a song, right? Buy this package and I will talk to you, learn about your life, learn about who you want to write about, and I'll write a song for you. I had no idea how this thing was going to go. It was like featured. It was one of the featured things, but only went for like $80.
Yeah.
But this woman, unfortunately, that was back in April, and I didn't meet with her until November. And she was hoping to have something for Christmas, and I couldn't do it that fast. But she gave me some information about her husband. She's like, I want to write a song for my husband about this and that, and you know, he makes good scrambled eggs and blah blah blah. And I got to write this song. And it's not something that I would normally write about. I don't know this guy. Yeah. And I've got to write it, and I'm almost done with it. And it's, in a way, it's one of my favorite songs because it's a happy song, and I'm not focused about what I'm thinking about. You know, I'm focused on somebody else. So yeah, I think it is a possibility.
How about that? What are give me some of the hells. What's the typical fights that you might have? Can you think of
I've been thinking. We had one last week where it snowed, and I didn't think of getting a shovel to shovel this driveway. We were staying at this place, and she said I was a spoiled city boy. So that started it.
And you said you're a spoiled city girl, and you gave her the shovel.
I don't remember what I said. That one didn't go very far. That one just kind of died out. Okay. You know, some of the good ones start with nothing and go into something amazing, and some of the ones that start out seeming like they're going to be huge don't go anywhere.
How about that? That's really interesting. Wow.
We actually were going to make a map with little pins of everywhere we've had a fight. Because we'll say, oh, remember that restaurant where we were fighting about that? Remember, but you know, it's part of our lore.
You said you were going to make a what?
like a little map with pins.
Oh, I thought you were
everywhere.
going to make a commitment to purchase a graveyard burial plot.
Well, maybe that too.
Yeah, I mean, you already get the shovel that you won't use to shovel snow.
Exactly.
You can dig a hole with it,
You got
put the
this
body in
idea,
it.
yeah.
Tell me about what's going on recently. You're doing the thing at the bitter end, right? When is that?
That is April 16th.
Okay,
April 16th.
so that's far enough out.
Yeah, and that'll, as I said, that would really be my first show where I'm sort of the frontline person. It's kind of crazy. But I'm going to be working with the musicians who I worked with on this album, who are just great people. I mean, Tony Kniff, who's the producer who connected me with all these guys, he knows so many just talented musicians. It's amazing how many really good guitar players there are out there, how many really good bass players, and people you might not know, but they're really good.
Now, how do you know his name's Kniff? Maybe it's knife and you're mispronouncing it.
Maybe so, and it's going to stab me one of these
Everyone
days.
says it's Kniff when they're kids. Kniff. How do you get knife out of that? There's a K in the front, right? So it's great having you on the show, and we are going to close the show off with a final track of yours, which is...
Okay, well, I figure I will go negative on this one with Falling Apart.
Okay.
But a lot of times I'll write songs where the lyrics are negative, but I hope it still has a catchy groove and it still makes you, bounces around in your head. It doesn't make you just feel bad about the world. We're all being surveilled. We have the NSA. We have all these things going on where we think everybody's reading every one of our thoughts, and that's sort of what I'm writing about here. But at the same time, you got to live your life. You got to enjoy your life.
Absolutely. Here's the CD. So you guys can pick it up. And again, the bitter end, that's in New York City. Is that it? What part of town is that in? What
That's
borough?
Greenwich Village. That's
Greenwich
basically
Village.
Bleecker Street.
How do people engage with you? I want to make sure they engage with you on Facebook or Twitter. What do you like?
Yeah, I have a website, peterkleinhans.com, and I also have a Facebook page. If you just go to Peter Kleinhans, there's my personal page and there's my music page. And the music page has this same cover as its cover. We haven't actually released this album yet. That'll be totally released in February, but we sort of put a few teaser tracks up on there. So
cool.
Feel free to check them out.
Teaser tracks are great. Are you going to put this on iTunes? You're going to put this on Reverb Nation or SoundCloud, or what are you doing with those two formats?
I know it's on iTunes. I'm leaving that to these guys. I have like this nice team that's helping me out, and they know how to get these things. Hypermedia. Without them, I wouldn't know what I'm doing as far as where to put these things up there, but I believe it'll be available on every platform you could possibly look for it on.
It'll be nice to have because I did check out your stuff. iTunes is really nice because they put little teasers of 20 or 30 seconds out there.
Right.
And then you've got to actually get the music and pay for the music. So I like that format because too many musicians are giving away their music for totally free.
Absolutely.
So I like the fact that you're on iTunes because I saw you were on iTunes. Right. So I kind of respected the fact you have a business sense, and Hypermedia is your business platform behind you.
Exactly.
So that's Beatrice Kimmel, because we're doing the interview today from Hypermedia Studios.
She's done a great job.
She's tremendous. She's engaged with me a lot. She's great. I love working with her. And that's what we're doing now. We're working with her. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for the energy of New York City. My first New York City interview back in 3 years.
First of many.
First of many. Thanks, man. Sure.
Can't you hear the rumble from underground? Can't you hear the hum from up above? Don't you hear the whisper on the street? Don't it shake you sometimes when you hear the heat? It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. Commit the crime, you're free to stay. Blow the whistle, better run away. Should I censor what I say? It's recorded by the NSA. But don't you feel so much safer with Big Brother on the phone? And don't you love never being alone? There's a ringing that never leaves my ears. It's at a pitch that's tuned into my fears. Too distracted to think, too awake to sleep. Yes, it shakes me sometimes when I hear the heat. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. How do you turn off the toys? How do you tune out the noise of Taylor and Caitlyn and Kanye and Kim? And let your mind wander and let your mind swim below the shiny surface of what they try to call the news, beneath the sheltered island of what you think you've got to lose. So take a look around, take a look around. Tell me if we're waking up, tell me if we're lying Tell me who we're up against. Tell me who we're fighting for. And tell me why there's a SWAT team at my door. What good's a vote when both sides have been bought? What good is hope when it only keeps you caught somewhere between where you are and where they say you're supposed to be? No matter who you are, it's gonna shake you when you hear the heat. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. I think I'd better find somewhere new to run. I think I'd better learn how to shoot this gun. I used to think I could find some comfort in the crowd, but this cacophony, it's just too damn loud. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. It's just the sound